Erased is a story about a man who wakes up one day back in 1988 when he was a child, and he tries to prevent the murders and kidnappings of his fellow classmates and fix past mistakes that he couldn't fix at the time. It's also only 12 episodes, and it's an actual banger. Episode 1 alone hooks you in so strongly. It's a pretty basic introduction episode showing all the characters and concepts for the most part, and then all of a sudden, the guy's mom, she just gets stabbed. And you're like, hold up, that escalated pretty quickly. What's going to happen now? And then the time travel shenanigans just kick in out of nowhere. Just all of a sudden. And that's when you realize, all right, I got to lock in for this one. I can't be fooling around anymore. I got to lock in for this one. The premise alone is such an interesting one. And I love how, despite it being a time travel story, it doesn't get caught up in the rules. To me, time travel has always been a concept that poses more questions than answers. And I'm glad Erased doesn't waste its little runtime on something like explaining every merit of its concept. The man just wakes up in another time, and that's it. Why? Bro can just do that. Don't worry about it. The show gets away with this because the story isn't really about the time travel. It's more so about someone trying his best to help the people around him. For a show about literal child murder, it is surprisingly wholesome. You get to see this guy get to relive small moments from his childhood and reunite with friends who were long forgotten. He experiences moments with his mother which are made even more tender knowing her fate because we saw what happens to her in the first episode. It's a plot point that's so easy to relate to. We all wish we could go back and re-experience such simple but timeless moments in our childhood. But even more relatable is the want to fix past regrets. Seeing how our protagonist plans nearly every step and tries so hard to protect his friends around him is such an easy story to get hooked on. Every careful step he takes is filled with meticulous planning, and there's always an ever-present fear of, will his actions really affect the future? This show plants so much doubt in your mind about whether what he's doing will actually bear any fruit, or if, even if things do change, will the outcome still be the same? The show offers so much more nuance than just he goes back and changes things. It's of no matter how hard you try, can fate really be changed? If I had to bring a single complaint about Erased, is that despite the fact that I like that it's short and sweet, I honestly wouldn't have minded if it were a little bit longer, not only because I was very invested in it and would have loved to see it go a little bit longer, but I will admit I do think it needed a tad bit more development. I do think the villain did need a bit more development. His motives and intentions I don't think were ever fully explained, or at least not explained super well, so I do wish maybe he got a little bit more development. But other than that, Erased is an absolute banger. It is amazing. Through its characters and concepts and nuance to some just basic ideas, it adds so much depth to this show, and you will be so hooked from it from beginning to end, and you will not want to stop watching it. It is an absolute recommendation. It's only 12 episodes, 9 out of 10. Go watch it. I need more short anime. They're all bangers, apparently.